No, I do not have an update on the Ghana Black Star squad, but I do have updates on Coach Otto Addo and the boys. They are camping news. We have camping news, but we don't have the squad yet. That's Ghana for you. Welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Sellssi Fiawe, and today we're going to look at the camp update in terms of the itinerary for the Ghana Black Stars, who will begin camping according to the FA on the 30th of May. Just this Thursday, they'll begin camping. We're also going to look at Otto Addo. He's expected to arrive in camp today, and probably an unveiling forthcoming, since this will be the first time he's playing in a continent since his reappointment as the head coach of the Ghana Black Stars. We'll look at that, and Joseph Paintsel, he's a doubt for the game versus between Ghana and Mali and Ghana and Central African Republic. We'll hear what the reason is for his eminent absence from the squad. But as usual, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't, click on that notification bell to get more updates. So we still don't know who has been called, but we know the camping will begin on the 30th of May. But before then, today, Otto Addo is expected to arrive in town. Now, according to the FA statement that was released, the former midfielder who took over from Chris Hughton in March has signed a long-term deal, which is essentially a 3-year deal, after receiving the nod as the head coach following a rigorous recruitment exercise in March. Now, Otto will take charge of Ghana's qualifiers in the World Cup between Mali and Central African Republic 6th June and 10th June 2024 respectively. Ghana will camp on Thursday 30th of May in readiness for the two games. They are in Group I, fourth in that group, 3 points, 1 win and 1 loss in our first 2 matches. So Otto Addo will be in Accra today. Interesting from that statement, there was no mention of an unveiling by Coach Otto Addo, so that we get some questioning, as was done with Chris Hughton when he was officially announced as the head coach of the Ghana Black Stars. We expected a lot from Chris Hughton's reign. Unfortunately, things didn't go according to plan, but Otto is back in charge, and we hope that he learns from his first stint and does things well. He has left his post, and he's a full-time coach for the Black Stars now. The squad not being out is quite interesting to me. Probably the person who has been given the squad and has been told to release it has forgotten or something, but I'm sure that with Otto arriving today, it's either he will name the squad in a press conference that will be held probably tomorrow, or the squad will be released later this evening or anytime in this day, in the course of the day. So we'll be keeping our eyes peeled for that information for you. We'll look at the itinerary. Now, the Black Stars will be in camp on Thursday 30th May, meaning that probably some players have started arriving as we speak ahead of the World Cup qualifiers. The team will train at the University of Ghana Stadium for 6 days. So the UG Stadium, which was built for the All Africa Games, being put to use. Students are on campus. You can expect to see a lot of them there when the players are training, before departing to Bamako on Tuesday 4th of June. So 8 days away from departure as I'm recording this video. The Black Stars are hoping to get back to winning ways after recording 1 win and 1 loss. 1-0 win in Kumasi, followed by a 1-0 loss in Comoros. The games will take place in Mali at the start 26 March in Bamako on Thursday, June 6th, 2024 at 7 p.m. GMT. Ghana will later take on Central African Republic at the Babayara Sports Stadium on Monday the 10th of June. And that is it there on the Ghana Black Stars. Unfortunately, as I said at the start and I've been saying, the list is not yet out. So we know some players have started arriving in camp and others will follow up pretty soon, but it's unfortunate that the FA are still holding on to the squad list. If that is the matter, I would be quite surprised. I think the squad should have been out by now. It's not supposed to be that secretive. Someone was whispering in my ear that if the squad is being delayed like this, it could mean that we should expect the usual names or whatever. I don't want to jump into any conclusions, waiting on official communication on who is in and out of the Ghana Black Star squad. Hopefully there are players that can get the job done. We need players who are informed, players who are committed to the cause, players who Coach Otto Addo can use in the system he prefers to use, or can fit into his system or can play freely and get us basically the results. We need that to happen, and we cannot have players who lack commitment. Iñaki Williams is a doubt for this one here after it was revealed that he had a broken glass in his foot for the best part of 2 years and had been playing with that. Finally, the operation has been done and the glass was removed. Does it mean that he will not be available to play for the Ghana Black Stars? Oh, only time will tell. About a player who has been confirmed injured, Joseph Paintsil. Yeah, Joseph Paintsil, who recently moved to the MLS, is a doubt. The Ghana winger will miss the 2026 qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers. The Black Stars are set to face Mali and Central African Republic. However, the 26-year-old who recently joined the LA Galaxy has sustained an injury which could sideline him until June. Now, LA Galaxy coach Craig Vanny, in a pre-game conference ahead of their match against Houston Dynamo, revealed that Paintsil was substituted after 52 minutes in their 2-2 draw on May 16th and did not play in the subsequent game against Charlotte FC on May 18th. Discussing his injury, Vanny mentioned the possibility of the winger returning for the June 2nd matchup against Chicago Fire. We'll see how he progresses through the course of the week. He's very questionable for Chicago. We'll monitor his recovery this week. He's playing around 45 games since his European season started in August. So this is good time for him to recover and prepare for the second half of the season. So yeah, it's not certain if he'll be available since it's expected to be back in June 2nd. The Black Stars games are expected to take place around that time. Whether he would decide to play for Ghana ahead of his club side, the MLS is still ongoing. They'll go for a brief break. But the former Genk man, now with LA Galaxy, is a doubt because of that. And we all know how the relationship between him and Otto Addo was. I think in the lead up to the 2022 World Cup, Otto was of the opinion that Paintsil, we had other better players in that position, and to be honest with you, we didn't have other better players. Paintsil was our best player in that position. I think the issue was with the fact that Joseph decided to play for his club side during a friendly or one of those qualifier games that we had already qualified for. And I think Otto took offense to it. So not the best of relationships between the two men. Hopefully they do iron it out. Paintsil is a great player. He is good for the Ghana national team, and we cannot have the best sitting out or missing out because of fractious relationship between parties. We need the best playing for us, and we hope Otto can let bygones be bygones, and we'll move on from there. But Iñaki is also another doubt on that front, along with Joseph Paintsil. But I'll end with Callum Hudson-Odoi, who is having a fun time in Ghana since arriving. He was at the Pent Hall week, I think, 2 days ago, and he was on stage with King Promise and dancing to his tune. You know, those two are brothers. They are very tight. Unfortunately, King Promise has not been able to convince him to make a decision on his national team and join the Ghana Black Stars, but maybe he's working on it because he has still not been called to the Three Lions yet, so there's still a window of opportunity on that front. Anyway, he's enjoying himself, and rightly so. It's the off season. He needs to take a breather and enjoy himself. But that has been it for today. Otto Addo is set to arrive in town today, probably an unveiling and then squad announcement. Nothing communicated in that respect yet. Also talking to you about the itinerary for the Ghana Black Stars. Camping begins on the 30th of May, just this Thursday, and then they'll camp here and train at the Legon Sports Stadium for 6 days before traveling to Mali on June 4th. And King Promise and his good friend Callum Hudson-Odoi enjoying themselves. Paintsil and Iñaki doubts for the game. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great week.